All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody. I've got my puppy Dolly barking in the background. Anyway, so we did the football game. Now we're ready for the baseball game here on this Monday night. It'll be game two. It'll be game two of the National League Championship Series between the Phillies and the Giants. The Giants took game one on Saturday night by a score of 8-3, so game two here tonight. The Giants can take a 2-0 lead in the series, or the Phillies can tie the series up at one game apiece. If you look over on the left side of the bracket, on the American League side of the house, the White Sox and the Mariners in the American League Championship are tied at one game apiece. We'll resume that series later this week. All right, let's head to the Polo Grounds in New York for this one, as it'll be the Phillies and the Giants here at Jammin' Sports. Your lineups for tonight. Jammin' Sports presents Game 2 of the National League Championship Series between the Phillies and the Giants, live from the Polo Grounds in New York. Giants lead the series 1-0, and it can take a 2-0 lead with a win tonight. Game 2 of the National League Championship Series up next here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to the top of the first. Tim Lincecum will be the starting pitcher for the Giants tonight. First up, Richie Ashburn, the center fielder for the Phillies. And we're underway. Inside's the ball. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. That's Crawford, makes the play for the out. Brandon Crawford making the play for the Giants. The Phillies starting lineup. Shortstop Jimmy Rollins up next. And now the pitch by Lincecum. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
Jimmy Rollins, the Phillies shortstop. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. 1 out, bases empty for the Phillies here in the top of the first. And now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count remains at 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out for out number 2. 2 down for the Phillies here in the top of the first. And now the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber, up next for Philadelphia. Outside, 1-0. I got my puppy over here, Dolly, barking her head off. Now the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. They'll even the count at 1-1. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Right in there for a strike. Count goes to 1-2. It counts 1-2 to Schwarber with bases empty. And now the 1-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. At the end of a half inning, no score here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Robin Roberts on the mound for Philadelphia. The starting pitcher tonight for the Phillies in Game 2. Leading off, it should be Hank Thompson. It is. The right fielder. So Thompson will come up to face Roberts. The pitch by Roberts. In there for a strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Bottom of the first, no score. Nobody out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one off down the third base line. Count goes to 0-2 to Hank Thompson. And now the 0-2 pitch.
One ball.
Inside, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. And now the 1-2 pitch. A ground ball. And it's fielded by Utley. He makes the play to first in time. Chase Utley with a fine play at second for the Phillies. There's the Giants starting lineup. Third baseman Freddie Lindstrom up next. So Freddie Lindstrom will come up. 1 out, bases empty. The pitch by Roberts. In there for a strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike. 1 out, bases empty. And now the 0-1 pitch. Hit high but foul down the third base line. Count goes to 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. That's a base hit right up the middle. A 1-out single for Lindstrom. Ashburn will throw it in. So the Giants get a runner aboard with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And now Barry Bonds will come up. I was going to call him Bobby. That's his dad. Barry Bonds, the left fielder, up next. 1 out, runner on first. In there for a strike, 0-1. In Game 1, Bonds hit a home run that actually left the building. It went over the roof. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Barry Bonds. Third baseman Lindstrom is at first base. And now the 0-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number 2. Bonds goes down swinging. 2 down for the Giants here in the bottom of the first. And now the center fielder, Willie Mays, will come up for the Giants. Two outs, runner on first. That's Lindstrom at first base. The pitch to Mays. Rips one into left field. Another base hit. So now the Giants have runners at first and second with two outs. Lindstrom moves down to second. And now Willie McCovey, the first baseman, comes up with two outs and runners at first and second. The pitch, big swing and a miss. Strike one. Count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. No balls, two strikes, two outs. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. At the end of one complete. No score here at Chapman Sports. We go to the top of the second inning. Third baseman Mike Schmidt will lead things off for the Phillies. Tim Lincecum is still on the mound for the Giants. Outside, ball one, count goes to 1-0. Game 2 of the NLCS. Giants lead the series 1-0. In their first strike, evens the count at 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Pops it up, out of play. Count goes to 1-2 to Mike Schmidt. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Inside. That'll even the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Did he go around? No. Full count now, 3-2. Crowd didn't like that call. And now the 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. The 3-2 pitch to Schmidt. Struck him out swinging for out number one. Lincecum's third strikeout of the game. One down for Philadelphia here in the top of the second. And now the first baseman, Ryan Howard, comes up in their first strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike two. Count goes to 0-2. One out, bases empty for the Phillies. Here in the top of the second, we're scoreless. And now the 0-2 pitch to Howard. Up high, 1-2. Joey Bart, the catcher for the Giants. And now the 1-2 pitch. Just outside. They'll even the count at 2-2. Lincecum didn't like that. He thought that was a strike. And now the 2-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. Two down. Four strikeouts for Lincecum. And now with 2 outs, bases empty, the right fielder, Bobby Abreu. First pitch outside, 1-0. 2 outs, bases empty for the Phillies here at the top of the second. No score. Abreu at the plate. The 1-0 pitch. It's high. Count goes to 2-0. 2-0 pitch. On the upper corner, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Abreu. 2-2 pitch. Outside. Full count. 3-2 to Abreu. And now the 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. At the end of 1.5, no score here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the second. Shortstop Brandon Crawford will come up next. We're scoreless here in game 2 as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Giants lead the series 1-0. It's a best of 7. Games 3, 4, and 5 will be in Philadelphia. Here's the pitch. Big swing and miss. Strike 1. Count goes to 0-1 to Crawford, the shortstop. And now the 0-1 pitch. Popped up down the line, third base line, but foul. Count goes to 0-2 to Brandon Crawford. And now the 0-2 pitch. Up high, 1-2. Robin Roberts still on the mound for the Phillies. And now the 1-2 pitch. That's high in the left field. And that's off the wall. It's going to be a base hit for Crawford. Crawford actually gets a double out of that. Off the left field wall. A leadoff double for the Giants here in the bottom of the second. Off the left field wall. And now the Giants with a runner on second. The DH, Orlando Cepeda, up next. In there for a strike, 0-1. So the Giants with a runner on second with nobody out. An opportunity to get a run here. Cepeda at the plate. Now the 0-1 pitch. Up high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Runner on second base. Crawford standing at second. And now the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouls that one off. Counts at 1-2. Pitch by Roberts. Inside, they'll even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Crawford at second base. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swung at it. Catcher dropped the ball, allowing Crawford to go down to third base. Cepeda's out at first, 1 down. But now the Giants with a runner on third base. Jeff Kent, the second baseman, up next. A base hit scores a run. Inside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, runner on third. Brandon Crawford at third base. The 2-0 pitch to Kent. Up high, 3-0. Now the 3-0 pitch to Jeff Kent. Ball 4 on 4 pitches. So Jeff Kent goes down to first. There'll be runners at first and third, 1 out. And now the catcher, Joey Bart, will come up for the Giants. Just 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Count goes to 0-1 to Joey Bart. One out, runners on the corners. 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. A walk will load the bases. One pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2 to Bart. Roberts striking out this inning. 1-2 pitch. High in the air. Out to Abreu in right. He's throwing home. They don't come home. Crawford stays at third. Abreu makes the out in right field. And now there's 2 outs with runners at first and third. And the right fielder, Hank Thompson, will come up for the Giants. A base hit scores a run. And now the pitch by Roberts. Right back to Roberts. He'll throw to first for the out. The Giants threaten but do not score. At the end of 2, no score. Here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to the top of the third here in Game 2 of the NLCS. Bryce Harper, the DH, will lead things off for the Phillies. We're scoreless after 2 complete. Lincecum on the mound. Here's the pitch. Inside, 1-0. There's your Giant infield. And now the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. They'll even the count at 1-1. One pitch. Inside, 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. They'll even the count at 2-2 to Bryce Harper. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Struck him out swinging for out number 1. 6 strikeouts for Lincecum so far. One down for the Phillies here in the top of the third. Second baseman Chase Utley up next. Up high, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Base is empty. 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. They'll leave the count at 2-2. Games 3, 4, and 5 will be in Philadelphia, Shibe Park. Game 2 here tonight. And Utley fouls that one off. Count remains at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. 2 down for the Phillies. Lincecum on fire. 7 strikeouts now. And now the catcher, JT Realmuto. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Rips it foul down the first base line. Count quickly, 0-2 to Realmuto. And now the 0-2 pitch. Ripped into right field. The base hit. A 2-out single. That's the Phillies' first hit of the night. A 2-out single by Realmuto here in the top of the third. Now we go to the top of the order. Richie Ashburn, the center fielder, will come up next. 2 outs, runner on first. In there for a strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. There goes the runner, Realmuto, and he's safe at second base. Stolen base for the catcher. You don't see that very often. He got a good jump. Meanwhile, the count is 0-2 to Ashburn. And that's going to be hit to Kemp. He'll put it first in time. No score here at Chapman Sports. All right, we go to the bottom of the third inning in Game 2 of the NLCS. Freddie Lindstrom, the third baseman, will lead things off for the Giants, facing Robin Roberts here in the bottom of the third. In there for a strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch, ripped into right field, the base hit. A leadoff single for the Giants here in the bottom of the third. Freddie Lindstrom. Barry Bonds up next, the left fielder. Nobody out, runner on first base. Bonds fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Barry Bonds. One-two pitch in the dirt. And it gets by Realmuto. But the runner holds at first base. Lindstrom still at first. The count's 2-2 to Barry Bonds. The pitch. And it's a foul ball down the first base line. Count remains at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Inside, 3-2. Full count to Barry Bonds. Nobody out, runner on first. 3-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, struck him out for out number 1. Bond strikes out for the second time in this game. One down for the Giants here in the bottom of the third. The center fielder, Willie Mays, up next. Up high, count goes to 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 1-1. Willie Mays, the Giants center fielder. One out, runner on first. That's Lindstrom at first base. They throw to first, and he's back in time. One pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-1. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch outside, 2-2. We're at the Polo Grounds in New York. Game 2 of the National League Championship Series. Giants lead the series 1-0. We're tied scoreless here in the bottom of the third. Counts 2-2 to Willie Mays. Mays fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. Inside, full count, 3-2. Three-two pitch. Outside. He walks him. So now the Giants with runners at first and second, with one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Willie McCovey, the first baseman, up next. Just one out. Roberts in a bit of a jam here in the bottom of the third. Double play would get him out of the inning. Up high, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. One 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and second. 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. Two balls and a strike to McCovey. Two-one pitch. Down low, 3-1. Three balls and a strike with 1 out. Runners at first and second. 3-1 pitch. Ripped in the left field, and that one is off the wall. Coming around, the Giants score a run, going for 2, but they get him out at home. Willie Mays gets tagged out at home, but let's watch it again. Off the left field wall, nearly a home run. Lindstrom scores from third, and Willie Mays gets thrown out at home. But the Giants take a 1-0 lead. And now Brandon Crawford will come up, the shortstop. In there for a strike, 0-1. So the Giants take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Here in Game 2 of the NLCS. Oh, 1 pitch. And that's a base hit in the left field. Schwarber will throw it in. Now the Giants, with 2 outs, still have runners at first and second. And now the DH, Orlando Cepeda, comes up. That's a ball. Count goes to 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the 1-0 pitch. Ripped, but Utley throws to first for the out. Grounds out to second for the final out. But the Giants take a 1-0 lead here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 4th in the NLCS Game 2. Jimmy Rollins, the shortstop, will lead things off for the Phillies. Tries to lay a bunt down. That's a nice bunt. Lindstrom comes in, and he's safe. Infield single for Jimmy Rollins. So the Phillies get a runner aboard. Next up, Kyle Schwarber, the left fielder. And that's a shot to the shortstop. They turn 2. Brandon Crawford makes the play at short. And the Giants get the double play. Flips it to Kent, throws to McCovey. 2 down for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And now Mike Schmidt flies out to Willie Mays for the final out. At the end of 4, Giants up 1-0, end of 3.5 here at Jammin' Sports. Jeff Kent will lead things off, the second baseman, here in the bottom of the 4th inning. For the Giants, they lead it 1-0. First pitch by Roberts, a strike. Count goes to 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did. 0-2. Up high, 1-2. Next pitch. The ball. Count goes to 2-2 on Jeff Kent. It's outside. Full count to Kent. And it's a walk on ball 4. Next up, the catcher, Joey Bart. A pitch out, but he doesn't take the bait. One ball, no strikes to Joey Bart, the catcher. Down the first base line, but it's drifting foul. Count goes to 1-1. Nobody out, runner on first base for the Giants. They lead it 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 pitch by Roberts. Fouled off. Count goes to 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. struck him out for out number 1. 5 strikeouts for Roberts now so far here in game 2. And now the right fielder, Hank Thompson, will come up next for the Giants. 1 out, runner on first base. The pitch, up high, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner on first base. And now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on first base. Snap throw to first. Jeff Kent's back in time. The count remains at 1-1 to Thompson. They throw to first again. Kemp is back in time. Or Kent, not Kemp, Kent. Count remains at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Hank Thompson. Giants up 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. Rips it down the line, but foul. Count remains at 2-2. That was close to a home run. Still 1 out. Here's the pitch. Down low, we got a full count to Hank Thompson. Now the 3-2 pitch. Right to the third baseman, Schmidt. He'll get the batter. Kent will move down to second. It'll be a sacrifice for Thompson. And now with 2 outs, the Giants with a runner at second base. And the third baseman, Freddie Lindstrom, will come up. He's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. The pitch. Down low, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Ripped right to Utley. And that'll end the inning. At the end of 4 complete. Giants up 1-0 here at Chapman Sports. Welcome back to the Polo Grounds in New York. Game 2 of the National League Championship Series. Giants lead the game 1-0. Giants lead the series 1-0 here in Game 2. As we go to the top of the 5th inning. Ryan Howard, the first baseman for the Phillies, up first. And he rips that one into left field. Bonds goes back off the wall. That'll be a base hit. Going for 2. He's in there. Safe. A leadoff double for Ryan Howard for the Phillies. Here in the top of the 5th. Let's watch it again. Very nearly a home run off the top of the wall. And Howard stretches it into a double. And now the right fielder, Bobby Abreu, will come up with a runner on second, nobody out. Inside, 1-0. A chance for the Phillies to catch up here. They're down 1-0 here in the top of the 5th. The pitch by Lincecum. He went around. That'll even the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. He went around. No. First base umpire says no. Count goes to 2-2 to Abreu. Nobody out, runner on second base. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. Route number 1. 8 strikeouts for Lincecum on the night so far. Abreu goes down swinging. And now the DH, Bryce Harper, comes up with 1 out. Runner on second base. Up high. It's in the strike zone though, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on second base. 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Bryce Harper. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch. Right up the gut, but it's caught by Crawford. Throws to first for the out. Nice play by Brandon Crawford at short to get Harper. It'll be a sacrifice, though. The runner goes down to third. From his knees, throws to first base for the out. 2 down for the Phillies. And now the second baseman, Chase Utley, comes up. 2 outs, runner on third. In there for a strike, 0-1. A base hit would tie up the game. If Utley can put the ball in play, the Phillies can tie it up. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside. That'll even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on third. And now the 1-1 pitch. And that's a shot right to Lindstrom. Throws to first for the out. At the end of 4.5, Giants up 1-0 here at Chapman Sports. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading things off for the Giants, Barry Bonds, the left fielder. Giants lead it 1-0. Robin Roberts still on the mound for the Phillies. Pitch to Bonds, up high, 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Bonds fouls it off. That'll even the count at 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. A ground ball to Howard. He'll take it himself. Bonds grounds out to first, 1 down. And now the center fielder, Willie Mays, will come up next. 1 out, bases empty here in the bottom of the 5th. Giants up 1-0. And he fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-1. 1 out, bases empty. 0-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. Quickly 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. He went around. They said he went around. Strike 3. 2 down for the Giants here in the bottom of the 5th. And now the first baseman, Willie McCovey, comes up with 2 outs, bases empty. 5, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. The 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. McCovey high in the left field. Schwarber goes over and makes the play for the final out. At the end of 5, Giants up 1-0 here at Chapman Sports. We go to the top of the 6th here in Game 2 of the NLCS. JT Realmuto, the catcher, will lead things off for the Phillies. Lincecum still on the mound. Pitching a shutout so far. First pitch a strike, 0-1. Giants up 1-0. Outside, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. That gets way outside, 2-1. Just a bit outside. Two-one pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2. Two-two pitch. Inside, 3-2. Full count to Realmuto. 3-2 pitch. Pops it up, out of play. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 1. 9 strikeouts for Lincecum tonight. Top of the order for the Phillies. 1 out, bases empty. Richie Ashburn, the center fielder, at the plate. In there for a strike, 0-1. Just outside, count goes to 1-1 to Ashburn. 1 out, bases empty. The 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. Giants just up 1-0 here in the top of the 6th. The 1-2 pitch. Low and inside. Count goes to 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. High in the air, out to center field. Nope, Crawford in short makes the play. Ashburn pops out to the shortstop. 2 down. And now the shortstop, Jimmy Rollins, comes up. 2 outs, bases empty. Here in the top of the 6th. Down low, 1-0. The Phillies are being shut out. In there for a strike, they'll leave the count at 1-1. The Polo Grounds in New York, that's where we are. Game 2 of the NLCS. 1-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouls that one off. Count remains at 1-2. One-two pitch. Down low, 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. Down the first base line, but foul. Counts at 2-2 to Jimmy Rollins with 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch by Lincecum. Struck him out looking. At the end of 5.5, Giants still up 1-0 here at Chapman Sports. We go to the bottom of the sixth here in game 2. Brandon Crawford, the shortstop, will lead things off for the Giants. They lead it 1-0. It's in there for a strike. Robin Roberts still on the mound for the Phillies. Game 2 of the NLCS. Giants lead the series 1-0. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. It's been a tight ball game, a pitcher's duel so far. A 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch to Crawford. In there for a strike. Even the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. In the dirt. Full count. 3-2. Full count to Crawford. 3-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number 1. 7 strikeouts on the night now for Roberts. The DH, Orlando Cepeda, 1 out, bases empty. And that's fouled off down the first base line. Count goes to 0-1. 1 out, bases empty here in the bottom of the 6th. 0-1 pitch. High in the air. That's going to be Schwarber in left field, makes the play for out number 2. Cepeda flies out to left, 2 down. And now the second baseman, Jeff Kent, will come up. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Up high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Inside, they'll even the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Inside, full count to Jeff Kent now at 3-2. With 2 outs, bases empty. 3-2 pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. It'll be a 2-out walk for Kent. They'll extend the inning. And now the catcher, Joey Bart, will come up for the Giants with 2 outs and a runner on first base. The pitch by Roberts. Big swing and a miss by Bart. Count goes to 0-1. Suarez and Brogdon warming up the bullpen for the Phillies. Counts 0-1 to Joey Bart. 2 outs, runner on first base for the Giants. They lead it 1-0. Here's the pitch. Up high, count goes to 1-1. Giants trying to take a 2-0 lead in the series. Phillies trying to tie the series up at 1 game apiece. It's a best of 7. They throw to first, and Kent's back in time. 2 outs, runner on first for the Giants. 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike. 1-2 to Bart. And now the 1-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. That'll end the inning. At the end of 6, Giants up 1-0 here at Chapman Sports. go to the top of the 7th inning here in Game 2 of the NLCS. Kyle Schwarber, the left fielder, will lead things off for Philadelphia. First pitch outside, 1-0. Rogers and Wilson warming up for the Giants in the bullpen. Tim Lincecum pitching a shutout at the moment. A 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off down the third base line. Count goes to 1-2 to Schwarber, the left fielder. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, nobody out, nobody on. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and miss, struck him out for out number 1. 11 strikeouts for Lincecum. And we're only in the 7th inning. He's been on fire tonight. One down for the Phillies here at the top of the 7th. Third baseman Mike Schmidt in there for a strike, 0-1. Tim Lincecum's been on fire this evening for the Giants. Not much run support though. Just a 1-0 Giant lead. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Schmidt. Down low, 1-1. One pitch. Count goes to 2-1. That was inside. And now the 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike, 1 out, bases empty. Here in the top of the 7th. 3-1 pitch. Schmidt pops it up. Second baseman Kent will make the play for out number 2. Schmidt pops out to second. 2 down for the Phillies here in the top of the 7th. First baseman Ryan Howard comes up next to face Lincecum. The pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. The 1-1 pitch. Howard pops it up. McCovey will come in and will make the play for the final out. At the end of 6.5, Giants up 1-0 here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Rangers Suarez, the new pitcher for the Phillies. Bottom of the 7th inning. Giants up 1-0. Right fielder Hank Thompson will lead things off. Giants trying to take a 2-0 lead in the series. The pitch by Suarez. Low and inside, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. Now the pitch to Thompson. It's a ground ball to Rollins. He'll throw to first for the out. So Thompson grounds out to short, 1 down for the Giants here in the bottom of the 7th. Giants up 1-0. Freddie Lindstrom, the third baseman, up next. One out, bases empty for the Giants. And that's ripped foul down the first base line. Count goes to 0-1. A lot of foul territory here at the Polo Grounds. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. 1-1 pitch, up high, 2-1. Two one pitch, just low, 3-1. Now the 3-1 pitch by Suarez. And that's ripped in the center field. Ashburn will track it down. It'll be a 1-out single for Lindstrom. Lindstrom having a night. That's 3 for 4 for Lindstrom with 3 singles. And now Barry Bonds will come up, the left fielder. 1 out, runner on first. To face Suarez. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Just a 1-run lead. Giants up 1-0. It's been that way for a while. 1 out, runner on first base. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Game 2 of the National League Championship Series. Giants lead the series 1-0. It's a best of 7. They throw to first. Back in time. Lindstrom's back. Meanwhile, the count is 2-0 to Bonds. 2-0 pitch. Ball 3. Counts 3-0. Suarez having a bit of difficulty here. And now the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4 and 4 pitches. The Giants have runners at first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And now the center fielder, Willie Mays, will come up. The Say Hey Kid. A chance for the Giants to break this one open. 1 out, runners on first and second. First pitch is low, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off. They'll even the count at 1-1. Willie Mays. And now the 1-1 pitch. Right to the first baseman, Howard, to get the double play. And that'll end the inning. At the end of 7, the Giants still lead at 1-0 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 8th here in Game 2 of the NLCS. Giants up 1-0. Bobby Abreu, the right fielder, will be facing Lincecum. Outside, ball 1. Nen and Wilson warming up the bullpen for the Giants. Giants lead at 1-0 here on the top of the 8th. The 1-0 pitch, down low, 2-0. Just a 1-run game. 2-0 pitch to Abreu. Abreu, but it goes foul. Down the third base line. Counts at 2-1. 2-1 pitch. There's a shot out to Thompson and left. Thompson off the wall. He's going for 2. Abreu with a leadoff double for the Phillies here in the top of the 8th. Deep into right field, off the wall. Thompson played the ball perfectly. But Abreu gets a double. And now the Phillies with a runner in scoring position with nobody out. here in the bottom of the 8th. And I think they're going to pull Lincecum. Yep, that's it for him. He's pitched a shutout, but it's just a 1-0 game. Let's see who the Giants bring in. It'll be Taylor Rogers in relief. He inherits a situation where there's nobody out and a runner on second base. Next up, Bryce Harper, the DH. Nobody out, runner on second. A base hit would tie up the game. Inside, 1-0. Phillies now with a chance to tie it up. Nobody out, runner on second. The 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 1-1. One pitch. Up high, 2-1. We're at the Polo Grounds in New York, where the Giants used to play when they were in New York back in the day. JG in the house. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-1 to Bryce Harper, or 2-2, I'm sorry. JG is in the house. Good to see you, JG. Game 2 of the NLCS. Giants lead the series 1-0. 2-2 pitch. Harper out to Mays in center. And Mays makes the play for out number 1. One down for the Phillies here in the top of the 8th. If the Giants win, they take a 2-0 lead in the series. Chase Utley, the second baseman, up next. What am I up to? Baseball at the moment. Good to see you, JG. The pitch. Outside, 1-0 to Utley. Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. One out, runner on second base. Phillies trying to tie the game up. The 2-0 pitch. Inside, 3-0 to Chase Utley. And now the 3-0 pitch. Fouls that one off down the third base line. Count goes to 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on second. 3-1 pitch. As a shot deep into left center field. That's going to the wall. That's going to score the runner from second. Utley, he could get a triple out of this. And Utley coming home. No, he holds up at third base. It's an RBI triple for Chase Utley. And the Phillies have tied the game up at 1. Well hit into the cavernous left center field here in the Polo Grounds. An RBI triple, and we're tied at 1. And now the catcher, JT Realmuto, will come up with 1 out, runner on third. Inside, 1-0. So we got a whole new ball game now. We're tied at 1. One-0 pitch. And that's a shot to the third baseman, Lindstrom, for the out. 2 down. Well, it's all right, JG. You don't have to apologize. Life happens. I understand. You can't be here every night. I know that. Richie Ashford. All right. The center fielder comes up. 2 outs, runner on third. In there for a strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Popped up. Down the third base line, falls foul. Count goes to 0-2 to Ashburn. Runner on third base. That's Utley at third. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. That'll end the inning. However, The Phillies tie it up. We're tied at 1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 8th here in the NLCS, Game 2. First baseman Willie McCovey leads things off for the Giants. We're tied at 1. Inside pitch, count goes to 1-0. McCovey, the first baseman. Game 2 is tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-0 pitch. A strike, count goes to 1-1. Ranger Suarez on the mound for the Phillies. The 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Rips it foul down the first base line. Count remains at 2-2. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2. Full count to McCovey. The pitch. A ground ball to Rollins. Throws him out at first for out number 1. McCovey grounds out to short, 1 down. Shortstop Brandon Crawford up next for the Giants. 1 out, bases empty here in the bottom of the 8th. We're tied at 1 here in Game 2 of the series. The pitch by Suarez. Down low, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Did he go around? No, 2-0. All right, JG. It's 9:45 here. In there for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. The Jammin' Sports Studios are in Nashville. We're in Central Time. 10:45 Eastern. Here's the 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Popped up. And Real Muto will make the play for out number 2. Orlando Cepeda, the DH, up next. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and JG in the house. And now Cepeda, 2 outs, bases empty. In there for a strike, count goes to 0-1. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. I've got to ask you, JG, why are you still up at 3:46 in the morning? 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. The 2-2 pitch. Down low. Oh, because of me? All right. Good answer. Good answer. Because you're watching Jammin' Sports. Okay. 3-2 pitch to Cepeda. Ball 4. It'll be a 2-out walk. Cepeda's on first base. And now the second baseman, Jeff Kemp, will come up. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. We're tied at 1. The pitch. Inside, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. And that's ripped into center field. A base hit. Cepeda coming around. He's coming home. The throw home, not in time. Kent ends up on second base. It's an RBI double for Jeff Kent. And the Giants take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. An RBI double for Kent. And the Giants retake the lead here in game 2. And now the catcher, Joey Bart, will come up. 2 outs, runner on second base. In there for a strike, 0-1. So the Giants go back up by 1. Counts 0-1 to Bart. The pitch by Suarez. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. Alvarado and Brogdon warming up the bullpen. Counts 1-2 to Joey Bart. And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second base. That's Kent at second. 2-2 pitch. Just outside. Full count at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. And that's ripped into left field. That's going to drop. That's going to score a run. An RBI single for Joey Bart. It scores Kent from second base. And now the Giants lead it 3-1. A 2-run 8th inning so far for the Giants. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, JG. Hank Thompson, the right fielder, up next. 2 outs, runner on first base. The Giants have scored 2 so far this inning. Here's the pitch. Inside, 1-0. 2 outs, Joey Bart at first base. Suarez trying to get out of the inning. The 1-0 pitch. He went around. Count goes to 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on first base. And now the 1-1 pitch. Swung at a high pitch. Strike 2. Count goes to 1-2 to Hank Thompson. And the 1-2 pitch. A ground ball to Rollins. He'll get the lead runner for the out. And at the end of 8, the Giants score 2. They take a 3-1 lead here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the 9th inning. Giants up 3-1. Rob Nedden will come in to pitch for the Giants to try to wrap this one up. The Phillies need 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. They need at least 2 runs to extend the game. Shortstop Jimmy Rollins will come up. The Giants are 3 outs away from taking a 2-0 lead in the series. It's a strike. He tried to bunt and missed. Count goes to 0-1 to Jimmy Rollins. 0-1 pitch. Fouls that one off quickly, 0-2. Games 3 and 4, and if necessary 5, will be in Philadelphia. 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Ripped down the line. It's a fair ball. Down the left field line. That's going to be a base hit for Rollins. He'll lead off the top of the ninth with a single. So the tying run comes to the plate for the Phillies here in the top of the ninth. Kyle Schwarber, the left fielder. Nobody out, runner on first base. He's here. Evil Dead's here. He's just not saying much tonight, but he's here. Count goes to 1-0 to Schwarber. 1-0 pitch. Rips it foul. That'll even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner on first base for the Phillies. Trying to tie the game back up here in the top of the ninth. They throw to first. Rollins back in time. Up high, 2-1. There you go. Counts 2-1 to Schwarber. In there for a strike. That'll even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch by Nen. Down low. Full count. 3-2. Work is going just fine. 3-2 pitch. High in the air, out to Mays in center field. Willie Mays goes back and makes the play for out number 1. 1 down for the Phillies here in the top of the ninth. They're down to the last 2 outs. And now representing the tying run is Mike Schmidt, the third baseman. He'll come up. 1 out, runner on first. Facing Rob Nen. The pitch. Up high, ball 1. Giants 2 outs away from taking a 2-0 lead in the series. The count's 1-0 to Schmidt. 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runner on first base. 2-0 pitch. Out to Mays, and Mays runs it down. Two down. And now the Giants are 1 out away from taking a 2-0 lead in the series. First baseman Ryan Howard comes up next. Two outs, runner on first. That's Rollins at first. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch, outside, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch, up high, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Rollins at first base, 2 outs. 2-1 pitch by Nen, up high, 3-1. Howard represents the tying run if he can get aboard. Three-one pitch. Fouls it off. Got a full count at 3-2. Phillies down to the last strike. can then put them away. 3-2 pitch. Up high. Ball 4. And now the tying run's on first base. The go-ahead run comes to the plate with 2 outs. Pete Rose will come in to pinch run for the Phillies. And now Bobby Abreu, the right fielder, will come up. He represents the go-ahead run. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Let's see if Abreu can hit one out of here. Outside, 1-0. Rose at first, Rollins at second. 2 outs. Then trying to put the Phillies away. The count's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. A walk would load the bases. Counts 2-0 to Abreu. 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Pops it up. McCovey comes in. And that's ball game. The Giants win game 2, 3-1. And they take a 2-0 lead in the series. Your final score, the Giants win it 3-1. Roberts takes the loss, Linscomb with the win. And the Giants go up 2-0 in the best of 7. Learn more about the show, go online to theshow.com. Once again, your final score, the Giants over the Phillies 3-1. They take a 2-0 lead in the series. Tomorrow night, it'll be an NFL doubleheader at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The Falcons and the Giants, followed by the Bills and the Jets. Tomorrow night at 8 Eastern. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody.